So, class 9th physics chapter motion up to part 3 we have completed. That is acceleration also we have covered, but let me give you the brief of this acceleration again. Okay, so acceleration, as we have already studied, definition is nothing but what? Rate of change of velocity. What is the meaning of change of velocity? Means final velocity minus initial velocity, and rate means with respect to time. So rate of change of velocity means what? That is acceleration. If we talk about the mathematical expression, then A will be equals to V minus U upon T. V minus U upon T, where V is final velocity, U is initial velocity, and T is the time taken to change this velocity. Okay, let us move to unit of acceleration, that is meter per second square, as we have already discussed. Okay, and quantity, because we are talking about the velocity, that's why this quantity will be what? Vector quantity. Okay, now as it is a vector quantity, means it is having some direction. If it is having some direction, then if we assume a particular direction as a positive, then another should be the negative one. Okay, so according to that, we may distinguish this acceleration into two parts, that is positive and negative. Positive acceleration, let us see. Suppose we are having an object and which is moving in a particular direction, there is v with v velocity. Okay, then what is the meaning of positive acceleration? If the acceleration will be there in the direction of the velocity, when the acceleration is there in the direction of velocity, then such type of acceleration will be treated as positive acceleration. And very simple example, when we used to accelerate our bike and our bike moves in the same direction as that of the direction of velocity, then we will say that yes, or I should say that the desired direction, yes, then we will say that acceleration is positive. Now, what is negative acceleration? So negative acceleration is nothing but what? You are applying a force in some direction. Okay, the velocity is there, but still that is what? That is dragging. Okay, so I should say that the force you are dragging that particular object in a reverse direction, but the velocity is there in this direction. Okay, see, in such a situation the acceleration will be what? Negative. Now sir, any example? So example, you may say that when you are riding your bike with a 60 km per hour, okay, and then suddenly if you apply brake, okay, if you will apply brake, then there will be a sliding, yes, there will be a dragging, yes, with your bike. Okay, so that dragging is nothing but what? You had applied brake. Applied brake means what? A force. You had applied a force in a backward direction, but still the bike is moving ahead. Okay, with sliding or any other dragging or any other thing. But yes, in that case, you will say that acceleration is negative. Okay, and this negative acceleration is also known as retardation. This is known as retardation. Very important. Okay, negative acceleration is also known as the retardation. Okay, so this is about the acceleration. Now, in this two types of acceleration we are going to discuss. Okay, one is uniform acceleration and another one is non-uniform acceleration. So what is uniform acceleration? Okay, uniform, as we have already discussed such type of term in our previous classes, okay, in our previous videos. So uniform is what? Something which is having a pattern. Yes. So if I talk about uniform acceleration, okay, so if I talk about uniform acceleration, okay, then what? Suppose if an object is moving in a straight line, okay, if an object is moving in a straight line, okay, and the velocity of that object, okay, velocity of that object is increasing in an equal interval of time with the equal amount. Okay, suppose here that was 10 km per hour, say. Okay, then here it is 20, then here it is 30, then here it is 40. You may say, or you may see, after every t interval of time, okay, the velocity is increasing by 10 km per hour. Okay, so in such type of case, you will say that the acceleration, okay, acquired by that object is what? Uniform acceleration. And such type of motion is known as uniformly accelerated motion. Such type of motion is known as uniformly accelerated motion. Okay. Now, sir, example you may say a free fall. Suppose an object is there. If it is freely fall, okay, from a particular height, then you will see that after every particular interval of time, the velocity will be increased uniformly. Okay, uniformly means what? If you will say that the time is this axis and the velocity is this axis, okay, later on we will discuss about this, but yes, uniformly means what? In equal interval of time, you are having equal increase in velocity. That is uniform motion. Okay, so one such case is what? When an object is falling freely from a particular height, okay, then its velocity is going to be increased. Okay, so this is uniform acceleration. Okay, now what is non-uniform acceleration? So I may correct in this. Okay, that is, if I talk about non-uniform acceleration, if I talk about non-uniform acceleration means what? In equal interval time, a non-uniform pattern will be there. It might be increasing 10 to 20, it might be decreasing to 10, then it might be increasing with 30. Yes, then that pattern is not a proper one. Yes, so that will be what? And the such type of motion will be known as non-uniformly accelerated motion. Yes, in this case the graph will also be not like that. Okay, then the best example for this is when you are riding or when you are moving in your car and car is there in a traffic area. Okay, then you have to apply brake, then again you have to speed it up, then apply brake. Then it might be possible that if a road is clear, then you may run it quite a good speed. Okay, so that is what? That is a non-uniform. Okay, means what? When you had increased velocity and suddenly you had applied brake. Okay, means accelerated and then again deaccelerated. Yes, so such type of motion will be will be treated as non-uniform acceleration or non-uniformly accelerated motion. Okay, so this was all about acceleration. Okay, now we are going to discuss, or now we are going to solve some numericals. Numericals, that is short example we are going to solve. So numericals. Before solving numericals, that is, this is the numerical. Okay, let us have one new concept. Okay, which you have already studied, but yes, this concept is very important. Let us recall it back. That is Astra. Okay, that is the concept of converting the units from one form to another. Okay, suppose case 1, as you have already studied this in your 8th class time and distance chapter, 1 kilometer per hour. When you want to convert this into meter per second, so what to do? Let us see. Because we know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Yes, and 1 hour is equal to what? 60 minutes. And 60 minutes, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 60 into 60 seconds, that is 3600 second. So 1 kilometer per hour is equal to what? 1000 meter upon 3600 second. When we cut this, okay, meter per second, let us take it separate. Then 10 to 10, again 1010. Okay, then 2 5s are 10, and 2 1s are 2, and 2 8s are 60. Okay, so that is 5 by 18. So 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. Remember, this is the direct one. If you want to solve we will solve. Okay, so we will see that, quite important. Okay, now if we want to convert back, suppose you are having meter per second, there is 1 meter per second, and then if you want to in kilometer per hour, then what, simply take this quantity to denominator, and if you will take it in a denominator, then you will have 18 by 5. So 1 meter per second is equals to 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. These are the factors, multiplying factor by which we may convert the units. Okay, so you may write them. Okay, one more thing, very simple, but yes, that is quite complex type of thing. People used to get confused in that. Suppose here they have given 4 hour and 20 minutes or 20 minutes. Okay, now how to convert this? Now before that, let us talk about 1 hour. 1 hour is equals to how much? So 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. Yes, they are talking in terms of minutes, that's why we. Now again, let us say, so if 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes, or if you want to convert this minute into hour, see, we cannot solve it like this. Okay, so we have to convert either this minute into hours, okay, or whole quantity in minutes. But yes, as we know that we need in hour, that's why these minutes will be converted into hours. Okay, so whatever we want, that thing should be written in left side. So 60 minutes, that is equals to 1 hour. Yes, as we want to convert this into hour. Okay, so I may write this as 60 into 1 minute. Yes, are you getting this? That is equals to 1 hour. Very simple. Okay, so 1 minute. Now see, this 60, I am taking this 60 is down. Okay, so that will be what, 1 by 60 hours. Yes, nothing new I have done. I had simply cross multiplied them. So this 60 will come downside at 1 hour. Okay, so this is what, 1 minute is equals to 1 upon 60 hour. If 1 minute is equals to 1 upon 60 hour, then there is 20 minutes. So 20 minutes will be equals to how much? So 20 minutes is equals to how many hours? So we will go here. Okay, then we will solve 1 minute. Okay, so 20, multiply it with 20. So 20 into 1 minute, that is equals to 1 upon 60 hours. Okay, sorry. So this is 20 minute. Okay, see, if we are multiplying on left side, so we have to multiply over right side also. Okay, so that will be what? That will be 20 into 1 upon 60 hour. No problem. So 20 minutes will be nothing but what? 20 upon 60 hours. 20 upon 60 hours means what? 1 0 1 0 2 1s are 2 and 2 3s are 6. So that will be what? 1 upon 3 hour. So finally we get 20 minute will be equals to 1 upon 3 hours. 1 upon 3 hours. Yes. Okay, so now how to write them? Yes, so 4 hour 20 minutes. 4 hour 20 minutes. Okay, that will be written as 4 1 is to 3. Okay, like this. Okay, so this will become 3 4. Okay, 3 4s are 12 plus 1. So that will be 13 by 3 hour. Are you getting? Very simple concept which you have already studied in your 8th class. Okay, so this is the thing which we are going to use here. Okay, so let us move to our numerical. This was a little knowledge about how to convert the units. Okay, people used to confuse that. Okay, so let us begin with our solution. Okay, so from solution we used to have different things. First of all, let us how to solve any numerical in physics. Okay, the very first thing, Rajiv. Okay, first of all, you have to read it twice. First, normal reading. Second, you have to observe what is given, what they are asking. Okay, so Rajiv went from Delhi to Chandigarh and returned to Delhi. Okay, you may draw a rough diagram. Okay, suppose Rajiv, yes, okay, he had started from Delhi and he went to Chandigarh and returned back. Okay, means he went like this and again he came back over the same position. Okay, now return back. The odometer of his bike. Okay, odometer means what? Which used to what? Which used to give you the information regarding how much kilometer your bike has run. Okay, so the odometer of that read 4200 kilometer at the start. Listen, start trip. He had started from Delhi, so start trip you had got 4200 kilometer. Okay, initial reading. Okay, and then and 4460 kilometer at the end. 44. Now see, this is the initial one. Now final one means again final one will be here because he came back to Delhi. Yes, so finally that is the final one, and finally he is nothing but what 4460 again kilometer. Okay, now at the end of the trip, if Rajiv took during this whole journey, Rajiv took 4 hours and 20 minutes time. Okay, then they are asking for find the average speed and average velocity in kilometer per hour and meter per second. Okay, so let us see how to start. The very first thing is given. What is given? Okay, now given what? Initial reading. Okay, initial reading up. Now initial reading is for distance. Okay, so initial reading distance we used to denote it by s. So that S1 is SI. Let us say this is initial one. So SI is 4200 kilometer. Okay. Then final SF. SF is equals to how much? 4460 kilometer. Okay. Now time they have given. Time is how much? 4 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, so as it is kilometer, but here there is a minute and we need in hour, so we have converted already. So this is nothing but what? 4 is 20 by 30. Yes, so 20 by 30. Why? Because 20 minutes 20 by 30, 20 by 60 hour. So this will be what? Again, so this is nothing but what? 4 is to 1 upon 3 hours. Okay, as we have already done in that particular one. Okay, so this is the thing which they have given to us. Okay, now what to find? Now to find we are having one, that is average speed. Okay, as I have already told you, speed will be written in small caps. Okay, and then that is what? Average velocity, that will be what? Alphabetical, that will be the capital alphabet. Okay, so these two things we have to find, that is first and second. Now before that, yes, formula. Through formula we will know that what are the rest of the things which we need. Okay, so formula, first formula, that is what? Average velocity, average speed. So average speed is nothing but what? Total distance upon total time taken. Total time taken during the journey. So this is the first one, and second one is average velocity. Now average velocity, as we have already seen, that will be what? Displacement displacement upon time taken. Okay, so let us begin with our solution. Okay, so solution, the very first which we are going to discuss is average speed. So average speed. Now, for average speed, you need what? Total distance. Now, total distance, say total distance is s. So s will be how much? That is what? Final reading minus initial reading. Yes. Now, final reading is how much? Final reading is 4460, and initial reading is 4200, that is kilometer. Now subtract 10, so 4460 minus 4200, so that will be what? 260. So we will have 260 kilometers. That is what? Total distance. In total time, so total time we are having, that is 4 is 1 is to 1 is to 3, that is what? 13 by 3 hours. Okay, so we are having both the things. So we may apply the formula. Formula is B, average speed, that will be total distance. Total distance is S, total time taken, that is T. So total distance, that is what? 260 kilometer. Now listen carefully, never ever do this particular thing in a decimal form. If you will do that in decimal form, then that will be problematic for you. Okay, we will see here. Okay, so 260 divided by 13 by 3. Okay, so that will be nothing but what? 260 divided by 13 into 3, mathematics, into 3. Okay, so 13 ones are 13 twos are, so 20. So it will be what? 20 into 3. So 20 into 3 will be nothing but what? 60 kilometer per hour. Okay, so that is what? That is our first part completed. That is what? Velocity, average speed is what? 60 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this was the first one. Now we have to convert this into meter per second, as they have already asked in meter per second. So let us do it. So I am up this. You may write it down. Okay, later on. So let us move ahead. So B average will be, that is average speed will be what? That is 60 km per hour. 60 km per hour, and as we know that kilometer per hour into meter per second, so we have to multiply it by 5 by 18. So 60 into 5 by 18, that is what? In meter per second form. In meter per second form. Okay, so you may cut it what? 36320. Okay, then okay, directly you may cut it through 2, starting with 2. Okay, so let us follow the rules. Okay, 2 9 2 3 0, now 3 3 3 10. Okay, so we are having what? Finally 10 into 5 divided by 3 meter per second. So this is nothing but what? 50 by 3 meter per second. This is our average speed. Very important. Okay, no need to do it in decimal, just leave it. That is 50 by 3 meter per second. Okay, so this was our average speed. Now let us move to average velocity. So average velocity is very simple. As we know that Rajiv started from Delhi and again he came back to Delhi. So displacements per second case, that is V average. Okay, we need displacement upon time. Okay, so displacement became 0 kilometer because initial and final position both are same. So no need, time is nothing but what? Again, that is 13 by 3 hours. So velocity, that is average velocity, will be equals to how much? That is 0 upon 13 by 3. So the complete quantity will be what? 0 meter per 0 kilometer per hour, that is equals to 0 meter per second. Okay, so this is average velocity. So this was a numerical over the velocity and speed concept. Okay. Now one more numerical we will do, and that will be over the acceleration. Okay. So hope so you got it. So once you have to see this and then you have to solve it without seeing this. Okay. So that is very important one. Yes, you should know how to solve. Okay. Just by seeing, you will not get the exact thing which actually you want. Okay. So next numerical. Okay, that is numerical. Okay. So in part 4, numerical, that is second one. Now that is numerical second 2, which is based on acceleration. Okay. Now how to solve such type of numericals? So let us see. Starting from a stationary position, a car attains a velocity of 5 meter per second in 20 seconds. Okay. Then the driver of the car applies a brake. Now listen, you have to concentrate over this term, that is brake. Brake means what? A retarding force will be there, which is going to stop that particular car. Okay, so such that the velocity of the car comes down to 3 meter per second in next 6 seconds. Okay, now calculate the acceleration of the car in both the cases. Okay, now this is the first time reading. Let us move to second time reading. With the diagram we will draw here. Okay, now starting from a stationary position means what? Starting position. Stationary position means what? It is stopped at that particular time, so initial velocity 0 meter per second. Yes, let us say this is the 1. Okay, now a car attains a velocity of 5 meter. Car attains a velocity means maximum. Attains means what? Attains means finally in 20 seconds it attains 5 meter per second. So for us they have already given that 20 seconds. So let us say T1, because we are considering what the part 1, that is up to 20 seconds. So T1, say T1 is equal to 20 seconds. So 20 seconds it attains a maximum velocity, that is what? Final velocity, that is what? 5 meter per second. Okay, now then the driver of the car applies a brake. After that, see, this is the first part. In our mind, yes, we are assuming that this is the first part, but yes, in a continuation, when it had attained a velocity of 5 meter per second in 20 seconds, just after that the driver had applied brake. Now if the driver had applied brake, I had just cut it in a 2 part. Okay, now this position and this position both are same. Okay, now what I want to show you by this is, whatever will be the final velocity up to this one, that is going to be the initial velocity for this particular one. Yes, the velocity which was final for this particular part, okay, that will be the initial one for this particular part. Okay, that's why I have written here B and here B, both the positions are same. Okay, so the final velocity for one will be the initial velocity for second. So then the driver of the car applies a brake such that the velocity of the car comes down to 3 meter per second. From where? From 5 meter. Yes, so initial velocity for second part 2 journey, which is of 6 seconds, the initial velocity will be 5 meter per second, and as brakes are applied, okay, so 3 meter car comes down to 3 meter per second. So final velocity will be 3 meter per second. After that we don't know whether it is stopped or not, but it's up to 6 seconds. They have asked us to think up. Okay, so 6 seconds, that is V2, that is 3 meter per second. Now calculate the acceleration of the car in both the cases. Okay, so let us begin with this. Okay, the very first thing, you know, that is what given. Now We are going to solve this question in two parts, that is part 1 and part 2. So given will also be written like that. So part 1, so part 1 is one given, that is u1 is equals to what? 0. Either it is 0, write down meter per second, okay, if it is velocity or speed in a straight line, and final velocity or speed is equals to what? That is 5 meter per second as they have given. Yes, and time for first one is, that is 20 second, no problem. Okay, this is given part 1. Now given part 2, part 2 given is u2. Now whatever will be u2, that will be the v1, and that is nothing but what? 5 meter per second. Very simple. Okay, now v2 is, they have given that just after applying brake the car came down to 3 meter per second. Now and time taken by that car is how much? That is 6 second in second part. Okay, this is whatever the thing which is given. Okay, so this is given one. Now to find, very simple. To find means what? Simply two accelerations will be there. Okay, say a1. In first case we are going to find a1, and in second case we are going to find a2. Let us see what happens. Okay, now so third one, as I have already told you, you have to write what? Formula. So which formula you are going to use? There is only one formula for acceleration, and in terms of velocity, that is what? V minus u upon t, universal formula. Okay, so we are going to apply this formula for part 1 and part 2. Okay, so let us start with solution. Okay, solution part 1 and part 2. We will solve it like this. Okay, here part 2. So part 1, in part 1, a1. So a1 will be nothing but what? v1 minus u1 upon t1. Now what is v1? So v1 is nothing but what? 5. u1 is 0. This is a1, and time is 20 seconds. No problem. So a1 will be equals to how much? 5 by 20. That is 5 1 is 5, 1 by 4. So a1 will be equals to what? 1 upon 4, or 0.25 meter per second square. It is the unit of acceleration. Okay, now we may see that this acceleration we are getting, okay, with a positive sign. No negative sign is there. Okay, what does it mean? It means the car was accelerating during this. The car was accelerating, means its speed was increasing, and definitely we may see 0 to 5 the speed was increasing. It means what? The car was accelerating. Okay, now let us see in second one. Okay, as we know that if brakes are applied, then the speed will be down, but what about the acceleration? Yes, let us see. So that is what? a2. So a2 is nothing but what? v2 minus u2 upon t2. Okay, so that is nothing but what? a2 will be equals to, now v2 is how much? v2 is 3, u2 is how much? u2 is 5, and by 6. So we may see that a2 is nothing but what? Minus 2 by 6. That is minus 1 upon 3. That is minus 0.33 meter per second square. Now sir, what does it mean? It means we have applied brake. Okay, so retardation will be there. That is what? Retardation. Retardation means what? Negative acceleration. Okay, negative acceleration. So remember this, how to solve such type of things, and remember the steps. Don't bypass these steps, because this is the initial position, or this is the learning process. Okay, so once you will be habitual of this, then after that also you should not leave these steps, because these are the quite gentle type of steps which board used to follow. Okay, so this was all about the numericals. That was in the part 4.